Howdy, back at it again. So this will be probably the last time that I do 2 videos in a week. I gotta work again pretty soon, so it's been nice having the summer off, but you know, all nice things come to an end. This is going to be some more match analysis, this time looking at another viewer who is a master rank, Marisa, and we're just going to kind of, take a peek, see what I see if there's any advice I can give. Obviously, you made it to master rank, so you know some stuff about the game, but we'll just kind of look and see what we can see, okay? So, very first thing right off the bat, I'm just going to stop. You do this probably half the rounds that I've watched. To start out, just delete this. It's not very good. It doesn't really beat anything, except for like walk forward. It's just, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, it's safe, I guess, but it's not very good. Gets punished there. Okay. Jump, air to air, that's fine. Mix him up. Command grab, that's good. No Oki, that's fine. He wants to grab here. I'm a player that, and this is maybe just style, but if I get a knockdown, you can bet that I'm going to try to force a mix-up if I can. That's maybe just me being stylistic. If you're more of a, hey, wait and see type player, that's fine. But here it's like, okay, you got a command grab. I want to put him in a blender. And I think it's a strong thing to do. And I think you have to do it sometimes. Okay? I love this. You charge Gladius, keep him in the corner. We're good, right? Jump at him. He doesn't anti-air you. Okay, cool. That's good. This is very good. This is awesome. Okay, he jumps out. Punish it. What do we do on this knockdown? Command grab. Boom. Where are you going, right? The first round was really good, except for the start with the light kick quadriga. I really, really liked all of that. Okay. Walk forward. He does something. Not knowing the frame data here, whatever. You can punish this with crouch jab into medium punch target combo, but it's okay, and he does it again. This is something, I'm going to bring it up right now rather than wait till later. Your defense is very predictable. Okay? The only things you pretty much ever do when you're waking up is that, right? OD, stance, or delay tech. That's pretty much all you ever do. You don't really parry on wake up, which is whatever. But you don't really try to go for perfect parries. You almost never try to wake up with a button. You don't really attempt to just block it out and see. It's either going to be delay tech or armor. That's pretty much all you ever do. I would encourage you to just, again, like I was saying to the Platinum Marisa, be patient, right? You don't need to tech constantly. You don't always want to delay tech. Okay, the reasons take the throw became such a meme in Street Fighter V wasn't just because throws didn't give good Oki, which they kind of do in this game, but that was even going back to Season 1 and Season 2 when throw loops were in the game, was take the throw. Because it takes maybe 6 throws to do as much damage as one big combo, maybe 4 throws to do as much damage as a small or normal combo. So it's not as risky to take the throw. And for example here, right, this is a really dangerous guess that's not super rewarding. So like you hit him and you get a mix up and like 1,000 damage, but if you're wrong and he throws you, you lose 3 bars of drive and 20%. So it's just the risk reward isn't great, right? Because it's not even really a very good get off me tool, because unlike a DP, it doesn't get you a knockdown. Okay, we're good here. I would say I'm not sure what this neutral jump is about. Maybe you're looking for run, I guess. I'm not sure what the neutral jump's about. You'd have to make sure there's a good reason for it. Yeah, try Superman punch, get stuffed out of it. It's fine. Okay, so I want to look at this heavy kick Dragon Lash. It's something that happens to you more in the next game we're going to look at, but let's just take a minute to look at heavy kick, Dragon Lash right now. Put this stand heavy punch into Dragon Lash scenario. So Ken's like to do it because it's +2 if you block it crouching, +1 if you block it standing. So they get a mix up. Okay. You can DI to beat it, but they kind of want you to do that because if you... Whoop, wrong thing, I think. Yeah, wrong string. They want you to DI it because if he does Jinrai instead and you DI, he can DI back. Okay. So ideally we'd come up with something that's going to beat both of those. And wouldn't you know it, Marisa does in fact have something. Just Heavy Gladius. React to it, boom. Boom. That just works. Also beats Jinrai. Boom, punish counter. And a reminder, you can cancel this into level 3 if it'll kill, or if you just want to make him think twice about doing that again. Okay. What I wanted to point out was that you can react to this 100%. Okay. So it's not like a, oh, well, then he's just going to do it empty and throw me. No, you just react to him doing the cancel with Heavy Gladius. And if you're worried about doing it late or you're worried about him canceling into DI, just do OD Gladius because it'll break DI and its armor happens sooner, right? And it has the added benefit of being able to cancel into level 2 as well. Right? So you can actually get big damage out of it even if you don't have 3 bars. Back to the analysis. Okay, so we're back. Anytime he does that target combo, and I know you're probably just not ready for it, you're probably just expecting it to, you know, him to cancel into something or drive rush or whatever. But notice what that says, you're +14 here, so you could do stand heavy punch into medium punch target combo and get out of the corner and do a ton of damage. Instead you press jab. He tries to parry that, gets medium kick. Okay, so something else I want to talk about that you do a lot is you'll do drive rush and you'll do heavy punch as your meaty. I'm not a huge fan of this because, and we'll see right here, you go for throw and he jabs and you lose. So that's one reason I don't like it, is you have to condition them to not mash, but also you have to be aware they can DI. That's what I'm trying to say. You have to be careful because they can DI and you get blown up. Okay, now a lot of players at this level aren't going to wake up DI, but if they see you do it 2 or 3 times, you know, they could. Okay, in fact, why don't we take a look at that right now? So here's what I'm saying is we charge this and we can use stand heavy punch, and depending on the timing we can even hit on the second active frame, and you can see this does let you time a meaty, but I think it's a little bit harder to time. I was wrong, I think, about this context. Meeting with this, it seems like you can usually DI back. I think if you hit it a little too early, or excuse me, a little too late, then you get DI'd. But if you do it at a timing that will actually hit meaty, I think you'll be okay. That being said, I think the timing on medium punch is a lot more lenient, and you can get that as a guess as well. It leaves you +4 on block, so you can actually even walk up a little bit. Like, you're not in range for the regular throw, but you can, you know, do that or something. If they mash, whoops. If they mash, you can get something like that. So I think the frame traps are better than if you just do this, which again only has 2 active frames, as opposed to this, which has 4 active frames. So that's all I was saying. I prefer to meaty with medium punch in that context, as well as in, that you'll see later, in this context. I also like it a lot better there. So back to the analysis. Okay, so back again. jump. I like jumping at this guy because he hasn't DP'd you once. You've jumped at it like 2 or 3 times. He hasn't anti-aired a single time. I'm not sure why you're jumping with medium kick, though. I think heavy kick's just a better thing to do. Medium kick doesn't cross up, so I'm not really sure what you get out of doing medium kick here as opposed to something with more block stun or hit stun. Okay, that's good. Back heavy punch, sure. You can cancel this, so if they block this back heavy punch here, something that's good to do is you could maybe charge another one because it's really hard to react to. You could cancel this into light punch Gladius. That's a block string, so they, you know, just deals more drive and gets you some space. And I think both of those options probably would have caught that fireball, which was probably supposed to be EXDP. Okay, we'll punish him. Okay. And a little leapfroggy, but that's okay. Burn him out, good. And he just does DP, YOLO, I don't know. And you back throw him. Okay, this is not good. Okay, I get it, you're thinking about position, but you shouldn't be. This should just be heavy punch into medium punch target combo into Gladius into level 3. And he's dead, right? So like, you're winning around, this would just win you the game right here. So I would say work on your awareness, right, of how much life they have, how much damage you can do, and pretty much if you have a combo to kill, you should do it. Okay, that's one of the strengths of this character, is that's a mistake that against a lot of people or characters, I mean, it probably would cost him the game against everybody in the cast with that much health, but he could have 10 or 15% more health than that, and Marisa could still get the job done, right? So that's why I'm saying you have to be aware of that, because you back throw him here, and yeah, you block the wake up super, failed to punish it. I have a video on punishing every super in the game. If you haven't seen that, just, you know, check it out. You hit him with the DI and you get the swaggy win. Okay, it's all good. Just kind of the format. We're going to look at 3 sets, all against Ken. Okay, 3 different players, all against Ken. Okay, let's look at the next game. Oh, second game against the same guy. Let's see how it goes. Once again, we start with light kick Quadriga. Once again, it doesn't do anything. This time he just walk up throw. We're not ready to attack. Once again, I think you tried to wake up with armor there and it just didn't come out, but he threw it anyway. Did you try to wake up with armor again and it still didn't come out? Okay, I'm not sure what you're looking for again with this neutral jump. I'd like to hear kind of what you're thinking when you do that, because like maybe run kick, maybe drive rush. I'm just not sure what this beats. And if you're expecting like drive rush or DI, forward jump would get you out of the corner. Like, I get you don't want to forward jump if he doesn't do those things, but what does neutral jump, or excuse me, back jump get you here? I'm not sure. Okay, we did delay tech again. Okay, good check. Drive rush heavy punch, good. Through him. Not sure what you're thinking with the Quadriga. Charge it, he runs into it, that's fine. Charge it, he runs into it again. Anti-air, good. Now, you gotta be thinking, how's he wants to get out of the corner, right? So he's probably gonna think forward jump or dash at you. This is not a good thing to do in this spot. So like, I get it, you wanna pressure him, but when you have somebody in the corner and they're low on life like this, he's going to be probably a little scared to take risks that are like small risks. So he's not going to want to whiff buttons. He's going to want to try to get out of the corner. He's going to want to jump. He's going to want to get you off of him. He's looking for DI right now, which is why jumping is okay. But what's not good about this is if he anti-airs you, this is back to neutral and you're almost one touch from dying. So like, jumping is really risky here. And if he completes that combo there, and now you're in the corner. Whoops. And then he just runs into your armor, right? But that was actually pretty scary for you. And I think that doesn't happen if you play a little more grounded there. Can neutral jump again. Not sure what you're looking for. He gets the completion. You wake up armor. It works. He's blocked both of those. We try to do Quadriga, gets stuffed. He gets a complete combo. That's fine. You delay tech. Get out of it. Parry some fireballs. Try to perfect parry that. He's whiffs. Okay, there we check it. That's good. Yeah, that button's tough. Okay, good. Again, I think you probably could get Oki here. I can understand maybe not drive rushing, but I probably would have still drive rushed just to give him something to think about. Even if I don't push a button, you know, maybe he sees you drive rush. Maybe he sees you drive rush, gets stared and DPs. Or, you know, at the very least, you're close to him and kind of force it. And he's not going to, like, forward dash, okay? Spend level 3 here. Okay? Spend level 3 here. It would burn him out. Okay? It would burn him out. You would get, like, a bar and a half of drive gauge back. He'd be in Gist for Game situation because you can meet EDI after level 3. You can drive rush after level 3. You can just bait the reversal super that he probably was going to do. I think spending level 3 here is pretty good because it burns him out. If it wouldn't burn him out, I think don't spend it. But because it would burn him out, I think you pretty much have to spend it. He runs into it. Dash up, that's fine. DI, and he gets got. Okay, so against this guy, I think things worked okay, but you kind of play the same game, and we'll see that against these other Kens, and they just do a better job at taking advantage of it. Okay, so let's go on to set number 2. Set, different Ken. I like this start better than Quadriga because at least it is going to like beat fireballs and stuff. Nothing else to say there. Okay, he tries to whiff punish, it doesn't get it. Charge Gladius, good. Walk forward, play some footsies, that's fine. We'll take a look at Jinrai and sort of what that has to do a little bit later. I want to sort of point out this round. So what happened here is he does drive rush. So he does stand heavy punch, drive rush, and then he delays it and does crouch medium punch, which catches your delay tech. So you got hit because of the delay tech and ate a combo. Okay. Then here we do parry, that's fine. Next up, Dragon Lash throws you. Okay, out of the corner, delay tech. Eat a combo, bunch of damage. Then it's delay tech. Eat a combo, bunch of damage. So basically you got hit 3 times because you delayed tech. You have to try to keep your defense a little less predictable, right? You don't want him to be able to just pick the safest options all the time, right? Especially if your delay tech's getting counter hit, that tells you he's delaying his pressure. So maybe try to jab, right? Just try to mash, press buttons, things like that. Try to take advantage of what he's doing. Okay, playing some footsies here again, it's fine. Fireballs. Block this medium punch. You can charge the OD Gladius here if you know he's going to DP. It just forces him to have to do something other than just Shoryuken and be like, I beat every option, because it doesn't beat every option. Okay. And there again, on Wake Up, you're like, well, I've been teching, and it's been killing me. So this time I'm going to do Armored Wake Up. But the teching hasn't been killing you, right? Like, he hasn't been throwing you. He's been meeting you. So in his mind, he's not doing this mix-up trying to catch this. He's doing this mix-up saying, oh, I bet they're not going to tech now. And he's right. You didn't tech. You did something riskier. Okay, we talk about how to beat that. And now we're just holding up forward. And it gets you got. You need to learn to block. Okay, just hold down back. Just hold down back. Make him do something interesting. Right? Make him change his offense. Right now, he hasn't had to. Okay, looking at the second game against this guy, he's going to start off with a jump. We don't anti-art, that's fine. What do we do on defense? Block it out. And he does a light Jinrai into the follow-up. So this is one of those things where we should probably take a look at what the Jinrai stuff looks like. So let's do that right now. I'm going to look at Ken's Jinrai kicks. So first things first, if he does light, that is a block string from crouch medium kick. Okay, it means there's no gap. Okay, no gap. However, this is punishable on block. And the reason I'm using crouch jab, even though it's -11, the reason I'm using crouch jab is because that will interrupt all of the follow-ups. So here he's doing into low, and if we push jab there, interrupts it. Here's the overhead. If we push jab, interrupts it. And here is the high finisher. If we push jab, interrupts it. Okay, so if he does the light, which you can tell because he does toy, and it's like kind of a high-pitched yell, that means it's the light one. The medium one is not a block string. There is a gap here. Very small, it's 1 frame. But you can DI through it. Or Marisa can OD Gladius through it. Okay. But it's very small gap. But there is a gap. And once he commits to it, there's nothing he can do. But because it's such a small gap, I don't know that you really are going to react to it. But once he commits to it, like, this is just a punish situation, to be honest. If you realize that he's doing this, that DI is guaranteed. Okay? He can't do anything about it. So it kind of stops the mix there if you recognize that it's medium. Otherwise, once you block it, you can't mash a button anymore. You can still sort of mash DI, but notice that wasn't a punish counter, so he could have DI'd back. So what Marisa wants to do instead is OD Gladius. Right? If you don't feel like eating the mix and you don't feel like trying to parry, OD Gladius is your best bet. It does in fact work against other follow-ups as well. Okay? Where DI doesn't work against the low follow-up. So it's kind of a better answer than DI. But if you recognize that he's doing the medium, which again, you can tell because he goes like, it's a little deeper than the light. There is a gap there. And it is a punish if you interrupt it. So hopefully that's helpful. Back to the analysis. Okay, so you could have interrupted that Jinrai because it was the light one. So you could have hit crouch jab here and it would have worked. But it can be hard to differentiate which he's doing. So I understand if you're bad about that. Okay, here we go for the safe jump. Okay, so when you make him block this, you're going to be +7. So you need to pick something that's going to be more punishing if he holds up, right? Because the thing that you're going to scare him with is command grab here. So you need to find something that's going to punish him for doing that, okay? And crouch jab isn't that strong because it's not even a true block string. Like if he blocks the first one, he can mash out of it and counter hit you, or trade with you rather. Okay. Crouch Gladius, get whip punish, puts you in the corner, and now you're gonna wake up with armor and he throws you. And now you're basically burnt out. Throws you again. This time he tries to, you try to attack. Boom. He runs into it. Whiffs. Jinrai again. We figured that out. Talk about we can punish it. Gotta be able to finish that combo. He runs into it. Okay, what are we thinking? Okay, so this OD Superman punch, you have to kind of think about your options a little bit better than this because, okay, if this hits, you win, right? What if it's blocked? You're +2 and burnt out, so you can't really do anything. What if it gets stuffed? You're burnt out and in a bad situation. So like doing light Superman punch here, not bad. Doing DI here, not terrible. This isn't that good of an option because you don't even really get like a mix-up if it's blocked, right? This has to hit for it to be good, so it's not that great of a gamble. take again a guess with your parry, and now he just gets to wait and DI you. And there's the round. So second round against this guy, he jumped the first round, it worked. Kind of keep that in your head. He jumps again, and it works. Now on defense, let's see, are you going to delay tech or armor? Delay tech. Doesn't really work. He kind of gets you with the Jinrai again, and we sort of talked about this. Medium's a little tougher, which again we looked at, but parry, he walks into it, base the command grab, and there you go. So the thing that's hard for you, I think, is you look at this and you see two Kens, and you didn't really play any differently, right? Which is fair, because it's like, okay, maybe you're trying to play the matchup, but it worked in one set and it didn't work in the other, and that's just because some of the stuff you're doing wasn't getting exploited before, and then this guy knew how to exploit it, right? Like your delay tech on defense, and just kind of a lack of awareness of how to deal with like Jinrai, for example. Okay, we got one more set against a third Ken. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so here we're a little more measured. Walk forward, good. Try to challenge it. Anytime that your medium punch trades, you're likely plus. Usually you can try to hit it again and combo it, and here it would have worked. Just so you know. Okay. Situations like this, where he had the forward jump, what I would want to do here is hold forward, so in this case just right, to block this cross up, make him jump over you, gets you closer to mid screen, puts him closer to the corner. Otherwise you try to back up and you just end up closer to the corner, which isn't great. And now boom, you're in the corner. Try to wake up parry, didn't come out. Hold up forward, you're still holding up forward. This time it does get you out, he sort of punishes it. Okay, we're good. Knock him down, good. What do we get for Oki? Not much. That's the other thing I would say to you. Your Oki's kind of weak sometimes. Because, like, okay, say he jumps. What do you get? You get, like, 1,500 damage, right? Like, it's just not a lot, right? So, I would say try to work on stuff that's a little more rewarding if they're trying to jump the command grab. Good. Charge the Gladius. We'd like to see that be an anti-air. This crouch medium punch should have been a conversion, because this crouch medium punch isn't going to hit if he doesn't push a button. So this should have been a buffer into light kick quadriga. You would have got a knockdown into Oki, and he would have been really scared about it. Okay, that one again should have been buffered. Okay, jumped it. That's okay. That's good. Boom, DP, rim punch, and he feels a little crazy. Okay, so here, this is just a general thing. Most characters in, I'll say most fighting games, but especially in Street Fighter, are not going to get strong Oki off of a wake up DP. It's so like here he's burnt out. You don't have to worry about it. You just back recover, hold down back, and you should be okay. Like he doesn't try to meet you here. Okay, he's not trying to bait super because he doesn't have a meaty there, right? So you just have to kind of understand the situation. There was no reason to super there. Okay, again, delete this. It's just not a good option. Okay, we tech. Good anti-air. Isanoki, techs, throws you, now you're in the corner. That's okay. Good punish. Okay. I probably would have drive rushed Roki there. Okay, what do we got? Okay, I probably would not have done drive rush there. I know you're trying to do the DP set up the safe jump. It's probably just not what I would have done, but that's okay. People can have different combos. Here, I wouldn't have done drive rush because look how close to burnout you're putting yourself, right? I probably just done quadriga because it still puts him in the corner. Sure, it doesn't give you a safe jump, but you'd have a bar more drive rush or drive gauge, so I feel like it's just a better spot to be in. Charge it, boom, you're okay. And command grab, good. Okay, what are we doing? Walking forward, they're good. Take your space. Would love to see either Light Gladius or Crouch Heavy Punch as an anti-air there. Drive Rush. Okay, good. And again, delay tech gets you killed. And there we do armor. He throws you out of the corner because he's scared. Good anti-air. Okay. That's a tough range. Here you are, hold it. Again, if you, at this spacing, there's almost certainly a better anti-air you could go for. Okay, he does DP. There we go, hold back, yes. Look at that, you're not delay teching. You're mashing medium punch. I get it, you're worried about the gen ride, but crouch jab's probably better, it's faster, it'll interrupt. But let's look at the last game. Okay, last game. Again, just delete it. Forget about it. It doesn't work. It's not a good option. Drive rush in. Remember you tried to mash there. It's good. Why are we hitting medium punch on wake up? Generally, you don't want to wake up with 7 frame buttons. I'm glad you're not doing the same 2 options that you usually do, but this isn't like a great button to push. It's super slow. Okay, again, would have liked to see an anti-air there. Drop the combo, not the worst thing in the world. Jumped at him. Okay, good finish. Good. That was just bad timing. Good, look at that. Okay, drop the combo again. That stuff happens. Just got to try to work on the consistency. And he's going to want to throw here. Like, I don't know how I know that, but because if you tack, it kills you or puts you in guess for the game. So he's going to like throw here because he doesn't think you're going to do it. Okay? You guess meaty and die for it. Okay, again, just delete it. It hasn't worked for you in any of the games we watched. Okay. Good, interrupt. What do we do? Okay, now what's our Oki? Good. Again, I'm not a fan of heavy punch because it only makes you +1. In this context, you can do stand medium punch as a meaty, which is a lot easier. It never loses the DI. It's +3 instead of +1. You can link off of it if it hits. You can make him, I guess, command grab or regular throw. I just like it better, especially from that range. Tries to jump out because you command grabbed him last time. Okay, drive rush into low because he's predicting Gladius. Good job not teching. Okay. That's just rough spacing. Good jump. Okay, maybe stop it. Okay, so that's what I talked about earlier. If you charge Gladius, that doesn't get you killed. Okay, good. Could have had a win there. We're still in a good spot. So he's burnt out right now. Okay, so I don't know how plus this is. Back throw is probably a good idea. I do wonder, though, if you did medium punch, if it would have worked, or if you do crouch jab into a medium punch, that links on punish counter. There's probably a route to kill here is what I'm saying. If you do like medium punch into OD Gladius, or crouch jab into medium punch target combo into OD Gladius into level 2, or crouch jab into medium punch target combo into level 1, something like that. All those things might have killed in this context. So it's just something that I think you need to be aware of is, okay, how can I do enough damage to get the win in this instance? And to me, even if I have to spend level 3 here, I don't mind it. But back throw is not bad because he's very much still in chip kill range. DI there is not the best thing in the world because it doesn't wall splat him, right? So like there's not really an incentive for him to care about it. It doesn't do a lot of chip. Again, off of this, because this is a hard knockdown, you could do like drive rush, charge, stand heavy punch into back heavy punch into heavy gladius, and that's going to do more chip and do a lot more corner carry and things like that. And it doesn't cost you any drive gauge. Okay, we're okay. You have to be aware that a lot of players, when their back is to the wall and they're burnt out, the only thing they're thinking about is don't get hit by DI, don't get hit by DI, don't get hit by DI. So what they're going to want to do is they're going to want to jump a lot. So you almost want to kind of ignore your normal game plan and just think, okay, how do I deal with them jumping? How do I deal with them jumping? They're going to jump, right? That's what they're going to want to do. Okay, he recovers here. Drive rushes again. Good job blocking it out. Drive rushes again. He had a kill here but dropped it. Drive rush again. You're still alive. And we get a little greedy there. Drive rush again. And I got baited by that too. I've never thought about Ken doing that, but hopefully next time you see that, you'll know. So again, overall, all I would say, I think you can level up a lot if you just try to mix up your defense, right? It can't just be delay tech and armor. It has to also be blocking when you think that they're not going to throw you, right? It has to be buttons when you think they're going to try to beat delay tech. So you have to kind of start mixing things like that in at this level. The second thing I want to talk about is just kind of, I mean, specific situations we looked at, like beating Dragon Lash, beating Jinrai. Third is just sort of knowing when you can win in one combo. Like if you get an opening, because there were a couple times where we got an opening, we can get it. I also think, this is kind of something I didn't even mention, but as I'm reviewing it, you probably can afford to use DI a little bit more. It's very strong in the corner, and the threat of it's really strong too. You got to think about how they're going to play around it, but also force them to play around it. Okay? As always, hope that was helpful. Have a good time.